The tempeh. We have 2 packages for this roasted tempeh. These are 8-ounce sizes. This is organic tempeh. You can use any type. Tempeh is just basically soybeans that have been fermented and pressed. Pretty simple. And what's going to happen is you're going to cut them down, your blocks of tempeh, into about a 1/4 inch length strips. You can go smaller if you want. We're going longer on these. And I have those all. That's like 2 packages worth. That's about a whole pound of tempeh. You could actually do just 8 ounces of tempeh, but I want a lot. We're also going to do some soy sauce, about a 1/2 cup of soy sauce, some nice honey. We got sesame seeds, powdered garlic, and ginger. So first we're going to do is get ready to set the spice setup where we're going to be coating the tempeh, and I'm going to get some oil for that. So we have our spices, which is 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. We're going to mix all that up because that's going to be our spice blend. We mix all that up first. Now, what we're going to do is we have our oven preheated to 400 degrees with the convection on it. You can also do this in air fryer. We're spreading out our tempeh. We got parchment sheet. You can use aluminum foil. It's up to you. And then what's going to happen is we have our spice mix. So the spice mix is going to be sprinkled all over the tempeh, the ground ginger, and the garlic, just like that. It's a lot, but it's going to spread. And what we're going to do is drizzle some oil on it afterwards. And our oven is already preheated with the convection on. If you're using an air fryer, you can have that on a high setting or at least 400 degrees. Air fryer, of course, is like a convection oven, so it's doing the same thing. And we got all that oil in there. So next you're going to get messy and you're going to do a little massage of the spice right there on the tempeh all around. We don't need salt because we're going to have the soy sauce later. So we don't have to worry about that. We're going to get this in the oven. This is going to take about 20 minutes in the oven. We're going to get it cooked all the way through and get a little bit of color on there. And just massage that around. You got your oil, your spices, and make sure it's coated really well. Play with it. And there we go. All set up, and we're going to get ready to put it in the oven. Oven's preheated with the fan on, super hot. We got our sheet tray ready to go. We're going to put this in the oven and set it for 20 minutes and check it after that. We're going to check our tempeh soon in the oven, but while the tempeh's in the oven, I'm going to sneeze from that ginger. You're going to slice up your scallions. You're going to slice them really thin after you've rinsed them off. So these are going to go on the outside. We're going to sprinkle these on the outside of our tempeh after it's been glazed with the soy and the honey. We're going to put that to the side. And also what we're going to do is make our glaze. We have a big bowl. You're going to need a big wide bowl because you're going to put your tempeh in there and kind of toss it around and then present it. So we need for our honey, we have a 1/4 cup. Squeeze that in there of our honey. I just got some fresh organic honey that's really good. About a 1/4 cup. Put that in there. You might have to warm it up, but you don't want it really cold. There's a 1/4 cup of our honey. And then to that we're also going to add a 1/2 cup of soy sauce. So we got our soy sauce. You can use low sodium if you want. 1/2 cup of soy sauce. Got the sweetness, saltiness, and sweetness. Saltiness going to counteract the sweetness, and we're going to mix that up just like that. So you get all mixed up. This is going to be your your glaze on the outside, and you're going to set this aside. We're going to check our tempeh in the oven and see how we're doing. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. We're going to take our tempeh out and see how we're doing. So we got some nice color on there. What we're going to do is kind of flip them over. You can take a tong, or I'm used to stuff hot with my hands. You're going to flip it over, and then we're going to go about another 10 minutes. You want a kind of little crispiness on the outside. That's going to be from the spice. Of course, your oil is drying out, but you want some crispiness on the outside of your tempeh. So we're going back in for 10 minutes. That's been another 10 minutes. That's a total of like a 1/2 hour. So we have some nice crispy tempeh right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to start mixing that with our lovely syrup, and we got our black sesame seeds, and we got our scallions already chopped. So what's going to happen now is we're going to put our tempeh inside the bowl. You can use tongs. I'm used to like hold it with my hands, but just let that right there in the bowl with your syrup. Nice and easy, because we're going to gently pull it out before we're going to sprinkle our sesame and also our scallions on top of that. So you got to be really gentle in a big bowl. Toss it a little bit. You don't want the tempeh to break up because it's pretty hot. And look at that. That's hot right there. Put that in there, and then some of them break up a little bit, but you're okay. All right, now we're going to actually toss it around a little bit, just like that. Okay, toss it around, toss it around. See how it's holding together? That's a great sign. Look at that. Just toss it like that, and we're getting ready to put our topping on there. So what we did was we sprinkled some sesame seeds on the top after I tossed it. You saw me tossing it, right? We tossed it, moved around, and then we got our sesame seeds and our scallions on the top, and you're ready to serve it.